闭眼背雅思单词。
表层图
Freight.
F-R-E-I-G-H-T.
Freight.
货物
France derives 16% of revenue from air freight.
法国国家税收的16%来自于航空货运。
France derives 16% of revenue from air freight.
Derive.
D-E-R-I-V-E.
Derive.
取得起源
France derives 16% of revenue from air freight.
法国国家税收的16%来自于航空货运。
France derives 16% of revenue from air freight.
Range.
R-A-N-G-E.
Range.
变化变动排列
They range in price from $3 to $15.
它们的价格在$3到$15之间变化。
They range in price from $3 to $15.
Insignificant.
I-N-S-I-G-N-I-F-I-C-A-N-T.
Insignificant.
无关紧要的无意义的
In 1949, Bonn was a small, insignificant city.
1949年波恩还是个不足称道的小城市。
In 1949, Bonn was a small, insignificant city.
Impress.
I-M-P-R-E-S-S.
Impress.
给留下深刻印象使铭记押韵
She said they were very impressed.
他说他们被深深打动了。
She said they were very impressed.
Leak.
L-E-A-K.
Leak.
漏洞
The roof leaked.
屋顶漏了
The roof leaked.
Feature.
F-E-A-T-U-R-E.
Feature.
以为特色有主演占重要地位。
His features seemed to change.
他的容貌似乎变了。
His features seemed to change.
Leap.
L-E-A-P.
Leap.
跳跃
The car leaped forward.
汽车突然向前冲去。
The car leaped forward.
Brazen.
B-R-A-Z-E-N.
Brazen.
黄铜制的黄铜色的厚颜无耻的
They're quite brazen about their bisexuality, it doesn't worry them.
他们对自己的双性恋无所顾忌，这并不使他们担心。
They're quite brazen about their bisexuality, it doesn't worry them.
Flaw.
F-L-A-W.
Flaw.
缺点瑕疵
Environmentalists say the treaty is fundamentally flawed.
环境保护主义者称，那个条约从根本上是有缺陷的。
Environmentalists say the treaty is fundamentally flawed.
Assert.
A-S-S-C-R-T.
Assert.
断言、声称、坚持。
He asserted his innocence and his financial probity.
他宣称自己是清白的，在财务上没有弄虚作假。
He asserted his innocence and his financial probity.
Flat.
F-L-A-T.
Flat.
平的，固定的。
He told me I was flat-footed.
他告诉我说，我是扁平足。
He told me I was flat-footed.
Flap.
F-L-A-P.
Flap.
拍打，拍动。
The bird flapped its wings furiously.
那只鸟使劲地拍打着翅膀。
The bird flapped its wings furiously.
Disrespectful.
disrespectful,
disrespectful,
失礼的，无理的。
irrational,
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 不合理的，不合逻辑的，荒谬的。
We all have our irrational peeves.
我们都有非理性的怨恨。
We all have our irrational peeves.
picturesque,
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 美丽如画的，生动的。
glacial,
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 冰期的，冰川的，寒冷的，冰冷的，冷若冰霜的。
Change occurs at a glacial pace.
变化来得极为缓慢。
Change occurs at a glacial pace.
objection,
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 反对，反对的理由。
I have no objection to banks making money.
Objection.
I have no objection to banks making money.
cease,
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 停止，终止。
He never ceases to amaze me.
他总让我惊喜不断。
He never ceases to amaze me.
dispute,
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 对表示异议，争论，争吵。
He disputed the allegations.
他驳斥了这些无根据的指控。
He disputed the allegations.
suggest,
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 建议提出，暗示。
I suggest you leave it to an expert.
我建议你把它留给专家来处理。
I suggest you leave it to an expert.
fraction,
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 小部分，片段。
She taught me fractions and counting.
他教我分数和计算。
She taught me fractions and counting.
observation,
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 观察，观测，监视，评述，评论。
She has good powers of observation.
他有很强的观察力。
She has good powers of observation.
emotion,
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 感情，情绪。
Jealousy is a primal emotion.
嫉妒是一种原始情感。
Jealousy is a primal emotion.
lead,
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 领导，牵，导线，榜样。
The leading car came to a halt.
行驶在前面的车停了下来。
The leading car came to a halt.
filter,
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 过滤，走漏。
Filtered water is always on tap here.
在这儿，过滤过的水随时可以从阀门流出。
Filtered water is always on tap here.
inhabitant,
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 居民、住户、居住者，栖息的动物。
Its inhabitants are a close and incestuous bunch.
该地居民紧密抱团，狭隘排外。
Its inhabitants are a close and incestuous bunch.
assess,
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 评定， 估价。
As an adult, you can assess the situation realistically.
作为成年人，你可以现实地估量这个局势。
As an adult, you can assess the situation realistically.
Argument.
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 争吵、争论、观点、论据、说理、论证。
It's a seductive argument.
这是一个很有诱惑力的论点。
It's a seductive argument.
Scarce.
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 缺乏的、不足的、稀少的、罕见的。
Food was scarce and expensive.
食物匮乏而且昂贵。
Food was scarce and expensive.
Fauna.
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 所有动物。
Sausage.
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 香肠。
The sausages and burgers sizzled on the barbecue.
香肠和肉饼在烤架上嘶嘶作响。
The sausages and burgers sizzled on the barbecue.
Prescription.
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 处方、药方、开处方、开药方。
Nicola got her prescription for strep.
尼古拉拿了治疗链球菌性咽喉炎的处方药。
Nicola got her prescription for strep.
Tremendous.
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 极大的、巨大的、非常的、惊人的。
He ran a tremendous race.
他参加了一场大规模赛跑。
He ran a tremendous race.
Adequate.
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 充足的、合适的、合格的。
Make sure that the firm's insurance cover is adequate.
要确保该公司的保险保障是足够的。
Make sure that the firm's insurance cover is adequate.
Fetus.
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 胎儿、胚胎。
Escalate.
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 逐步增长或发展，逐步升级。
The protests escalated into 5 days of rioting.
抗议逐渐升级为5天的暴乱。
The protests escalated into 5 days of rioting.
Spectator.
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 观众、旁观者。
The most popular spectator sport is football.
足球是最吸引观众的体育比赛。
The most popular spectator sport is football.
Condense.
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 压缩、精简、凝结。
Water vapor condenses to form clouds.
水蒸气冷凝形成云。
Water vapor condenses to form clouds.
Divert.
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 使绕道、转移、娱乐、供消遣。
We diverted a plane to rescue 100 passengers.
我们改变飞机航线，以拯救100名乘客。
We diverted a plane to rescue 100 passengers.
Justice.
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 正义、公正、司法。
My sense of justice was offended.
我的正义感受到了冒犯。
My sense of justice was offended.
Tag.
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 标签。
I let him tag along because he had not been too well recently.
我让他跟着走， 因为他最近一直感到不太舒服。
I let him tag along because he had not been too well recently.
Campfire.
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 萤火
Tab.
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 标签
Pollard picked up the tab for dinner that night.
波拉德为那天的晚宴付了账。
Pollard picked up the tab for dinner that night.
Regent.
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 摄政者
Excitement.
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 激动兴奋令人兴奋的事。
She tingled with excitement.
他感到非常兴奋。
She tingled with excitement.
Blueprint.
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 蓝图方案
The offspring contain a mixture of the genetic blueprint of each parent.
后代体内含有父母亲基因图谱的混合。
The offspring contain a mixture of the genetic blueprint of each parent.
Tap.
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 轻拍利用开发
A tap in the kitchen was dripping.
厨房的水龙头在滴水。
A tap in the kitchen was dripping.
Individual.
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 个别的单独的独特的
Each individual flower is tiny.
每一朵花都很小。
Each individual flower is tiny.
Tan.
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 晒成棕褐色晒黑消。
She is tall and blonde with a permanent tan.
她个子高一头金发皮肤黝黑。
She is tall and blonde with a permanent tan.
Furious.
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 狂怒的激烈的
Sarah was inwardly furious.
萨拉内心异常愤怒。
Sarah was inwardly furious.
Constrain.
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 迫使约束
Women are too often constrained by family commitments and by low expectations.
女性往往受家庭职责及低期望值约束。
Women are too often constrained by family commitments and by low expectations.
Instinctual.
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 本能的
The relationship between a parent and a child is instinctual and stems from basic human nature.
父母与孩子之间的关系是本能的，源于人类的本性。
The relationship between a parent and a child is instinctual and stems from basic human nature.
Barbaric.
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 野蛮的、粗鲁的、残暴的、残忍的、原始部落的。
It's a devastating and barbaric act that defies all comprehension.
这是毁灭性的野蛮行径，完全没有方法可理解。
It's a devastating and barbaric act that defies all comprehension.
Briefcase.
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 公文包，
He was carrying a briefcase.
他提着公文包。
He was carrying a briefcase.
Informant.
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 提供消息或情报的人，线人，提供资料的人。
On the basis of data furnished by her informants, Mead concluded that adolescents in Samoa had complete sexual freedom.
米德根据信息提供者所给的资料，得到的结论是，萨摩亚的青少年有完全的性自由。
On the basis of data furnished by her informants, Mead concluded that adolescents in Samoa had complete sexual freedom.
Enforce.
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 实施、执行、强制、迫使。
Desegregation may be harder to enforce in rural areas.
废除种族隔离可能更难在乡村地区实施。
Desegregation may be harder to enforce in rural areas.
Distinct.
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 清楚的、明显的、有区别的、不同的。
He regarded the new job as a distinct come-down.
他把这份新工作看成一个显而易见的降级。
He regarded the new job as a distinct come-down.
Stout.
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 发胖的、肥胖的、强壮的、结实的、牢固的、顽强的、坚毅的。
Jacobs was a stout, florid man.
雅各布斯是个身材结实、脸色红润的男人。
Jacobs was a stout, florid man.
Geology.
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 地质学、地质概况。
He was visiting professor of geology at the University of Georgia.
他曾是佐治亚大学的地质学客座教授。
He was visiting professor of geology at the University of Georgia.
Glitter.
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 闪光。
The bay glittered in the sunshine.
海湾在阳光下闪闪发光。
The bay glittered in the sunshine.
Painstaking.
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 需细心的、辛苦的、煞费苦心的、勤勉的、刻苦的。
Forensic experts carried out a painstaking search of the debris.
法医专家们对残骸进行了极其仔细的研究。
Forensic experts carried out a painstaking search of the debris.
Departure.
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 离
Departure.
离开、出发、背离、违反。
He entreated them to delay their departure.
Painstaking.
Departure.
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 离开、出发、背离、违反。
He entreated them to delay their departure.
他恳求他们晚些再走。
He entreated them to delay their departure.
Fragile.
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 脆弱的、虚弱的、易碎的、易受伤害的。
He leaned back in his fragile chair.
他向后靠在他那把不结实的椅子上。
He leaned back in his fragile chair.
Sociology.
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 社会学。
He has been appointed to the chair of sociology.
他受命任职社会学教授。
He has been appointed to the chair of sociology.
Flee.
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 逃走、逃避。
The king and queen had fled.
国王和王后已经逃跑。
The king and queen had fled.
Gigantic.
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 巨大的、庞大的。
The gigantic natural harbor is a haven for boats.
这个巨大的天然港是船舶的避风港。
The gigantic natural harbor is a haven for boats.
Tune.
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 调音，调节。
McCann took the tune on the piano.
麦肯在钢琴上拨弄出一个曲调。
McCann took the tune on the piano.
Weed.
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 杂草。
Casper was weeding the garden.
卡斯帕正在给花园除草。
Casper was weeding the garden.
Eligible.
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 符合条件的，合适的。
They are not eligible for sick pay.
他们没有资格领病假工资。
They are not eligible for sick pay.
Cap.
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 对物件起保护作用的罩、盖、套。
He often wore a baseball cap.
他经常戴顶棒球帽。
He often wore a baseball cap.
Smooth.
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 顺利的，流畅的，协调的。
His skin is clear and smooth.
他的皮肤光洁滑润。
His skin is clear and smooth.
Appraisal.
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 评估、评价。
It may also be necessary to get a new appraisal of the property.
可能还需要对该房产做个新的估价。
It may also be necessary to get a new appraisal of the property.
Aware.
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 知道的，意识到的。
She was fully aware of my thoughts.
他完全了解了我的想法。
She was fully aware of my thoughts.
Glacier.
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 冰川、冰河。
Glaciers are moving rivers of ice.
冰川是流动成河的冰。
Glaciers are moving rivers of ice.
Award. Glacier.
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 冰川、冰河。
Glaciers are moving rivers of ice.
冰川是流动成河的冰。
Glaciers are moving rivers of ice.
Award.
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 奖、评判。
Harvard awarded him an honorary degree.
哈佛大学授予他荣誉学位。
Harvard awarded him an honorary degree.
Stove.
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 炉。
She put the kettle on the gas stove.
他把水壶放在煤气炉上。
She put the kettle on the gas stove.
Alarm.
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 惊恐、恐慌、报警器、闹钟、警报。
He heard the alarm go off.
他听见警报器响了。
He heard the alarm go off.
Earthwork.
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 土方。
Earthworm.
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 蚯蚓、小人。
Fault.
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 缺点、瑕疵、毛病。
It's partly my fault.
在一定程度上是我的错。
It's partly my fault.
Limited.
limited,
limited,
有限的。
Unfortunately, my time is limited.
遗憾的是，我的时间有限。
Unfortunately, my time is limited.
motion,
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 打手势，
This exercise is done in one smooth motion.
这套体操是由一个流畅的动作完成的。
This exercise is done in one smooth motion.
match,
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 匹配、相称，
All the chairs matched.
所有的椅子都相配。
All the chairs matched.
orientation,
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 定位、方向、方位、情况介绍、培训、训练。
His sexual orientation was a lot more gay than straight.
他的性取向更像是同性恋的，而非异性恋的。
His sexual orientation was a lot more gay than straight.
interplay,
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 相互作用、相互影响。
granite,
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 花岗岩、花岗石。
Well, I said, grinding my cigarette nervously into the granite step.
好吧，我边说边紧张地把香烟在花岗岩台阶上碾灭。
Well, I said, grinding my cigarette nervously into the granite step.
fragment,
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 分裂、破碎。
The clouds fragmented and out came the sun.
云开日出。
The clouds fragmented and out came the sun.
response,
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 回答、答复、反应、响应。
His response was icy.
他的反应很冷漠。
His response was icy.
category,
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 种类、类别、范畴。
The law covers 4 categories of experiments.
这一原理适用于4类试验。
The law covers 4 categories of experiments.
rival,
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 竞争的、对抗的。
Bank of America merged with a rival bank.
美国银行和一家竞争银行合并了。
Bank of America merged with a rival bank.
Nice.